Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best centers in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 40,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if you all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it and let's take a look. So we will start with the number 10 spot on the list, and the number 10 spot is going to go to Bol Bol, mainly because he is 7'3". I don't actually love this card as a whole, but he is very big, and he's got, good stats and badges all the way around. A pretty well-rounded card. A little bit on the softer side, I feel like, defensively, especially for a player of his size, animation-wise. But his jumper, honestly, not my favorite. He's a good card. I just don't think he's a great card. He's not like one of those guys that I really love, but I definitely think he does a lot of things well, and I think he's a solid option at the center position in my team. The size is valuable. He's a pretty good finisher, but I don't adore the jump shot, and I think defensively, for whatever reason, he just doesn't get the very best animations to me. Number 9 is David Robinson, who I like a lot. 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan. Now, D-Rob's biggest problem is that his jumper is kind of a little bit inconsistent. When he gets tired, he gets a lot of load ups on his jump shot, which is annoying, and he also just doesn't have that incredibly elite level center size at this point in the year. Only 7'1" is not massive. I do think he's a good card, but he's not really a huge shot creator, and he doesn't, again, have like the best release in the game. I don't think his jumper is bad, but I also don't think it's extremely top tier. Definitely still a card that I like a lot, though. I will say that D-Rob, I still think is a very good card and does deserve to be on this list for sure. And number 9 feels like the right spot for him, in all honesty. Number 8 is Chet Holmgren, who I personally do prefer for sure over both D-Rob and Bol Bol. Chet just looks really big on defense. 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan, but looks bigger than that. Player build is really nice, but also gets so many good defensive animations. Like, his block animations, for whatever reason, are about as good as any card in my team. I don't know if anybody blocks more shots for me than Chet Holmgren does. His jumper is nice and smooth, even if it's not extremely fast. He is a very capable finisher. He feels very big, like in terms of countering the biggest and best centers in the game. Chet Holmgren has the speed, and it feels like the size as well, to compete at a very high level without being one of the most expensive or unattainable cards in my team. Definitely a card that I really like a lot. He's my backup center right now on my God squad. I like Chet a lot and feel like number 8 is a very good spot for him on this list. Number 7 is going to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and this should just go to show how deep this position is at this point in the year, that a guy like Kareem is only number 7, 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan. It is hard to argue with that. 96 speed, 95 agility, 98 standing and driving, 98 interior, 98 block, 95 perimeter stats as well. He is just a really great card. Does a lot of things well, but defensively, he's a stud. Honestly, I do like the jump shot as well. In my opinion, he's just a really nice, well-rounded card, and in my opinion, at least, is definitely worth putting pretty high on this list. I think he's a very solid card. I think he does a lot of things really well. So in my opinion, I do have Kareem at the number 7 spot. But his only flaws, he's not really like much of a shot creator off the dribble. He doesn't have like a super high 3-ball. He's just, I don't know. There's a lot of good centers coming up, because like most of the rest of this list is like 100 overalls. It's just, the position is so stacked at this point. KP being number 6 should go to show that. 98 speed, 7'2" with a 7'6" wingspan. Got a good jump shot and pretty much perfect stats and badges. Besides D-Book dribble style, he doesn't really have SIGs, but he doesn't need them. He's 7'2" with a good fade, a great jump shot, and incredible stats and badges. Again, he's a glitch. He's a really great card. He's dominant, but this entire rest of the list is glitchy dominant cards, and KP is just one of a large group of those type of guys. For example, Shaq is an inch shorter than KP, but in my opinion has a better jump shot just slightly. Also has, in my opinion, overall better movement with the Darius Garland dribble style, and his animations. I don't know what it is about Shaq, but it seems like every year, but especially this year, his animations are absolutely hellish. He just plays so much defense. He gets so many like glitchy dunk animations, feels so fast with the ball in his hands as well. Like, playing against this card is a real pain in the butt. He is very good, and either at power forward or center, he's going to be extremely good. 7'1" with a 7'7" wingspan. The wingspan and the player build, the bulkiness that he's got with his large high weight and high strength on all that type of stuff is also very nice. And just as a whole, he's a really good card. He's very top tier at the center position, but again, only number 5 because this list is crazy. Number 4, and this might feel a little high or a little low, I'm going 100 overall Wilt Chamberlain. The reason I only have Wilt at number 4 is 7'1" with an 8-foot wingspan. So he's got incredible size. The wingspan is nice. He's very Shaq-esque in a lot of ways. He, very similarly to Shaq, is a very big, if not gigantically huge card. He is a very, very high level defender. And I think he's very good. I personally really like the card. I would say his biggest flaw is not being a top tier shot creator, and also not having like maybe the best SIGs in the game. Rush, dribble style, Kemba, escape, normal behind the back are still very solid. Don't get it twisted, but I'm not going to sit here and say they're the best animations and best SIGs in the entire game. With that being said, I do think that I don't think there's very many cards, period, in the game that are better than, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I just, size matters. Pause. And I feel like Wilt at 4 is indicative of that, because stat and badge wise, he's better than everybody else on the list except for number 1. So I just think that goes to show how much size does matter. Zach Edey is next up at number 3. Zach Edey is broken, legitimately. 86 speed and agility, but his jumper is very tough to contest, especially because the size at 7'5" is what makes him so damn almost unstoppable in a lot of ways. And I think he's really, really great. So in my opinion, Zach Edey, with the jump shot that he's got, with the size, the dominance interior wise, he's like, I would have had him at number 2 a couple weeks ago over the guy I'm about to have at number 2, but his only flaw is he kind of feels a tiny bit slow at times. I don't know if it's 86 speed, because I feel like it's not as true with number 2, which I think y'all can probably guess who number 2 is, Victor Wembanyama. For whatever reason, yeah, Edey does occasionally have these moments where he feels kind of slow. I don't know why that is. I've noticed that when doing gameplays with him though. Or with him on the account when I'm doing a gameplay on other cards. Wemby is also uncontestable, which Edey is not. Edey's an inch taller, but Edey is not as good as Victor Wembanyama is. He's just not. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He is just not as good as Wemby is in terms of jump shot. This Wemby card is the most uncontestable card in the game. He is truly incredibly hard to stop as a popper, and he is still so dominant on the interior defensively, on the interior offensively as a standing dunker. Like, in terms of anything that you would want a big guy to be good at, I feel like Zach Edey provides that Victor Wembanyama provides that at an extremely high level, besides shot creation, but he's 7'4" with a 7'8" wingspan, and he doesn't feel slow either. That's the thing about Wemby that I think is pretty special about him, is that for whatever reason, he doesn't feel particularly slow. I really do like this Wemby card quite a lot and think he's a very, very good card. And then number 1 on this list, this should come as no surprise to absolutely anybody. It is, of course, Yao Ming, the best card in my team, at least arguably, in my opinion, he is. He doesn't even need the best animations and the best SIGs to be the best. He's just absolutely cracked as a whole, and I think is one of the best cards we've seen in like a long time in my team, not just this year. 97 speed, 97 agility, again at 7'6" with a 7'9" wingspan. He is unstoppable with his speed and his versatility. More than, I mean, just before anything else, his speed and versatility is absolutely unstoppable. He is one of the best cards in the game. And there's no, he's one of the best cards in the history of my team, in all honesty, in terms of how good he is compared to all the other cards that are out right now. And I feel like he's also 10 million MT. He's so inaccessible unless you just have extremely good luck or an extremely big money spender, which if that's you, that is fully your choice. But he's a broken card. I mean, there is no doubt, no doubt about that whatsoever. He's definitely one of the best cards we've seen in a long time in my team, and he's easily the best center in the game. There was never going to be any debate about that. With the fact that his jumper's as good as it is, how big and fast he is, he's just insane. So, with that being said, this is my top 10 right now at the small forward or center position. What am I saying? In my team. Let me know what y'all think of the list in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment and subscribe. I'll be back on more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.